everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to Living with Purpose, Rosena's story. So in this video we will talk about the second part of my chemo side effects. I had to do two different type of chemo treatment, so this one here is part 2. I will explain to you all that I experienced in this video. Without further ado, let's get to it. Hey everybody, I hope you are having a wonderful day. As for me, I am very grateful. I can't complain. You know, there's good days and bad days. So anyways, back to chemo side effects. So on the previous video, I went ahead and explained to you the side effects that I experienced while on the carboplatin and Taxol in combination with the immunotherapy. Please remember, those side effects that I experienced are my experience. Everyone have their own experience when it comes to chemo. It affects everyone differently. So this is my experience, okay? So we had to do the what they call the cyclophosphamide or Cytoxan. And then I had to do doxorubicin, which is adriamycin. People refer to it as the AC or Red Devil. For me, I don't call it like that just because the color is red. So people, that's how people refer to it. So I did those 2 infusions in combination with immunotherapy because I had to continue with immunotherapy for a whole year. So even though I finished chemotherapy, I still had to do a standalone Keytruda, which is the immunotherapy. Okay, in general, it was tough. Chemo is hard, y'all. It's hard, but unfortunately, you know, it happens. We are very grateful actually because we have access to these drugs. And after my God above, I'm very grateful for our professionals and for all that they do. Anyways, what were the side effects that I experienced with this treatment? So the obvious hair loss. Hair loss continued with this treatment. With the other treatment, I had hair loss already, but bodily hair was still there. With this treatment, it changed the way I look. I looked so different. I lost all hair, you know, like all hair, body hair, all my nasal hair, which will make your nose very dry. I'll give you some tip in a little bit on what I did. Your lashes, they're all gone. So the hairs just continue to fall off on your body. Like, I try my best to remain positive through it all, but it was very difficult. So anyways, my body was super dry. Chemo itself causes your body to be dry. So I just have to make sure I keep up with moisturizing my body. When I showered, I used a very light soap that wasn't too irritating to my skin. And right afterwards, and I try my best not to use super hot water because that could damage your skin. I moisturize with either a light oil or Aquaphor, just a little bit of it. So your nose will be irritating, it will be burning, it will be just irritating in general. So what I did, I would take like a Q-tip and I put some Aquaphor on it and kind of rub it around my inside my nostrils. That helped it to stay moist, so that way it doesn't get as irritated. Another thing that I experienced, aside from your body being so dry, so chemo also internally dry you up. So I realized that every time I will eat something that wasn't moist enough, maybe like bread or something doughy, muffin, whatever, I didn't have enough saliva to chew it. It was super dry, so I had to either dip it in something or drink it together with some type of fluid in order for me to eat it. That was so strange to me. But when I did ask about it, they said it was very normal because chemo does that. So think about it. On top of not having appetite, when you did crave something, you had to struggle to even produce enough saliva. That was strange, but that was, hey, that was part of chemo. Okay, so I also experienced very bad like teeth sensitivity and mouth sores. I started early on to do regimen. It was a mixture of baking soda and salt. So I did that, and I will swish it in my mouth or wash my mouth with it, rinse my mouth with it every morning after everything I eat. I was doing that, and flossing was crucial. I also did change my toothpaste to a more natural like toothpaste, and then my toothbrush, I changed it to like a soft softer toothbrush, just because I didn't want to irritate my mouth even more. Another side effect I experienced with this one was pain. Like at first I thought it was a sore throat, like a strep throat. So I thought I was just doing natural remedies at home, but it continued to linger on. My throat was, it felt horrible. I tried so many things. Even to swallow my own saliva was difficult. The doctors prescribed me some mouthwash, some stuff to gurgle down my throat. That didn't work. So on top of the painful throat, whatever that was, I developed this nasty cold. It continued to linger also. It was, I think I had it for over 6 weeks or so, if not more. It's not a common cold. Trust me, it's not. It continued and continued. I was stuffed. I couldn't breathe through my nose. I had to sleep with my mouth open if I could sleep. Every hour or two, I would doze off, wake up coughing. That was another thing. I kept coughing and coughing, and every time I cough, I will pull out this nasty, sorry guys, this nasty flame, and it started to get greenish, and that was my concern because the color changed. That went on. I went to the urgent care. They did a chest x-ray. Nothing was showing. Then they did a culture. Everything was normal. So I was like, what's going on? I couldn't sleep. Everything I tried, the doctor prescribed me stuff, it didn't work. Finally, I did find this powder-like product. It's called Helios. I tried it and I followed all the instructions on how to do it. That helped me tremendously. It didn't cut it off completely, but it helped me. At least I was able to sleep a little bit. It helped a lot with the throat issue. But I don't know what was going on. All these symptoms ended up sending me to the emergency room. That's another story for another time. But I developed that through chemo, which was crazy to me. I also experienced skin discoloration or pigmentation. I don't know if this is for mainly African American or I don't think any Caucasian people that I know of mention anything like this. But for me, I got super dark. Like right now, this is not my normal complexion. I got super, super dark. And then I had like black streaks in my tongue. It was so gross. It was so nasty. Like, oh, chemo is hard, y'all. And on top of that, my toenails and my nails, my nail bed, they were black. I'll put a picture somewhere here on the screen so you will see it. Not my toes. No, we're not gonna do that. But some people lose all their nails. Like their nail bed are completely, you can see the whole nail is gone. So for me, it was just super, super black, and it took so long. I finished chemo months and months and months later. Till now, I still have some, and I just kept putting like a dark nail polish to cover it because I couldn't stand it. Nausea continued. Nausea was worse in this treatment for me. So I had to do this treatment every 3 weeks. The first week was horrible. Okay, that's all I can say about that. This treatment beat me up. The nausea, the fatigue, it got worse with this one. There were days I'll be in the house and I don't even know what's happening in my home. I would be in bed on a regular basis. I will sleep, wake up, eat something if I could, drink something, and go back to sleep. It was horrible. When I was coming from the treatment center, I managed to obviously walk to my car, and I had my family with me. After that 5-6 hours of treatment, by the time I get home, I was out of it. Like, I didn't even know what was going on. I have to get help to walk through the door or to get out of the car, and then just change or showered and go to bed. I couldn't eat for at least 3-4 days, so I just had to keep up with fluid, whether it's a shake, like a protein shake, or a broth. That's what I had to do. But crazy enough, like, I ended up gaining weight only because after the nausea subsided a little bit and I was doing like natural remedies to help with the nausea, I started craving things. And then I came to find out that the steroids that they were giving me as a pre-medication was causing the cravings. And I was craving carbohydrates. So out of nowhere, I'll tell my husband I want some baguette or I want some rice. It was just carbohydrates. And then the steroids, of course, causes me to gain weight. So by the time I finished with the treatment, I gained about 20 to 25 pounds. You know, it is what it is. I'm currently working on trying to lose the weight, so that's what we're doing. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I'm wearing this one because if you didn't see my last video, I started developing lymphedema on this arm, which is the side where I had the surgery. So this is a sleeve. All right, let's get back to it. In general, this chemo was rough. I struggled through it a lot. I remembered at one point, I told my husband, I can't do this. I had probably maybe 2 or 3 treatments left. For this one, no, I had about 2 left. And for this one, I had to do 4 rounds, you see. By the time I finished the second one, I wanted to quit. And so I remember going to my husband and we sat down and I told him, babe, would it be bad if I just quit this one? I felt like my body was giving up on me. I was having a hard time every day to function as a human. All the symptoms, all the side effects, they were just horrible. He prayed with me. He told me, you've come so far. I think you should finish it strong. We told God, hey, everything is in your hands. We want to complete this thing. So I'm very grateful we did complete it. It was one of the hardest things that I've experienced. This whole journey has been so tough, and I realized I've been tested in so many ways, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. But we're thankful, we are grateful for all his blessings, for his faithfulness, and we will continue to praise him for all his wonders, for all that he's done for us, for helping us get through this treatment. But this is what I experienced with this treatment. If you have any questions, please comment them below and I will answer them. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping me share my story. Remember, life is short. Enjoy the little things. Okay? Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.